I'm Paul Fahey. I'm the Manager of Enterprise Infrastructure Services and I work for the University of Tasmania. The IT services environment at the University of Tasmania is based on two primary sites, one in Hobart and one in Launceston. I support some 650 servers and they are split between physical servers and virtual servers. In the physical environment we have hardware such as Dell hardware, we have Sun Solaris hardware. Operating systems, we have Windows, we have Red Hat, we have Sun Solaris as well. The virtual platform we support is VMware. We support two primary databases, being Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server, and we also have a Commvault backup solution for the environment. Part of our key infrastructure is the support of our virtual space and our backup storage solutions. To assist with the university in providing that, we have employed or engaged in a contract with ViFX to cover that. ViFX provide a managed professional support for our virtual space by maintaining it at an operational level, and our backup strategy also is maintained at a very thorough understanding level of that service. The experience of working with the ViFX team has been very professional and very forthcoming with their willingness to provide information to me and my team. They are very professional in the services they provide, the services that we have engaged them for. I'm very happy to partake in any conversations we have. We have regular meetings on an operational level and a technical level to keep up to date with what's going on with our environment, and ViFX provide that feedback on a regular basis. The response that ViFX provide to the university's request have been very professional and very prompt. Over our period of working with ViFX, we have developed a relationship that has enhanced both our work and ViFX. They now understand how the university works and can tailor responses to suit what we need. ViFX have adopted our change management system and our incident management system. Using those two systems, they integrate very well with our requests and are able to provide a much more appropriate response and evaluating response to what the university requires. The quality of execution of the tasks that ViFX perform is sound and repeatable. The technical people they have are very competent and can and do deliver quality responses, quality solutions. The single determining factor to choose ViFX to manage operations was a collaboration between the Universities of Australia, which includes, of course, Tasmania. The senior management of the university had discussions with other universities and found that the service provided by ViFX was a sound service, professional service, and a reliable service. The virtual administrator position or service that we get from ViFX provides us with the ability to support our infrastructure by performing the routine work that we would normally have to do internally. So work such as the changes, adds, deletes of virtual space. The virtual administrator can do that and do it in a prompt manner. What is really good about the service is that if the request is a deep technical request, they can allocate a senior systems administrator to the position, someone with the skill set. If it's a less or more routine task, then they can provide a different resource. Gives them the flexibility to provide to us a solution. If we did it internally, we would need multiple resources to provide that solution. The single best thing about working with ViFX is access to their knowledge base and their willingness to share that knowledge. For example, if we had a Commvault issue, we'd ring ViFX. If we had a VMware issue, we'd ring ViFX. They have the knowledge, they have the expertise, and are very willing to share that to help us in a relationship that we're developing. Other value that ViFX have added is in relation to managing our environment. Our environment, both the virtual space and the backup space, has grown organically over the years. And as a result, we have different versions of different servers as we grow. What ViFX have done with their dedicated servers have been able to review those environments and provide options so that we can then update to the current environment so that we have a standardisation or a standardised environment for both of those two areas of our support. Working with a New Zealand-based company such as ViFX has been a good experience. There's been no delay with communications. Most communications are via email. We have weekly telephone catch-ups. They work really well. The time difference between New Zealand and us works really well. They're 2 hours ahead. So we get the daily monitoring done by ViFX before we start work, and it works to our advantage. The peace of mind that ViFX bring to the university is very important. They provide a managed service for 2 key infrastructure components for our service. They enable us to provide that service as a background operation. So we don't have to do the work up front. We know that they monitor it 24 hours a day, and we know that ViFX will contact us or react and respond to any issues that arise. We find that the delivery of their service is very important to our peace of mind. The IT services within the university work with multi-vendor environment. Our 3 main vendors would be Dell, Commvault and VMware. ViFX have integrated very well with the multi-vendor arrangement by establishing contacts and quick relationships with those vendors, to an extent that we now defer our work to ViFX to do some of the multi-vendor negotiations, such as the recent Dell upgrades that were performed. ViFX managed that from start to finish. It was a requirement we had to meet by a certain date, and ViFX did all that work, and we're very pleased with the response. A recent outage was caused by a power failure to our Commvault solution in our data centre. ViFX monitored that as part of their managed service and very quickly picked up that the backups weren't running. They contacted our technical on-call support, who came in and determined that power to the room was off. As a result, ViFX and my team worked closely together to make sure that this solution was worked through. Power was restored to the room after a period of time, and the servers were brought back up in a controlled manner. Part of the Commvault solution is that backups occur and they will take a period of time. ViFX monitored the services to make sure they were running correctly and that the logs weren't filling up and that services were performing and would complete on time. ViFX did not give us unreal expectations as to return to service. They're very open about what the expectation was on downtime for that. And by working with that, we knew when we would get a return to service. They were very open about the issues around that, very communicative with myself, called me several times over that period to make sure that I knew what was going on. As a result, working with ViFX and my team, the service was returned to normal and continued to function properly. The value that a managed operation brings to the University of Tasmania is the provision of a dedicated service in which the managed service provides for key infrastructure. We use ViFX to manage our Commvault solution and our VM solution. They can provide the technical expertise required for those services on a 24/7 basis. What that does, it provides a surety that the services will be available and they will be monitored. Being a dedicated service means that they provide exactly that. They don't get distracted on other operational work, design work that's not a part of their business provided. So the advantages of a managed service are dedicated service for the key infrastructure that we support, 24/7 support throughout the year, and a willingness to share their knowledge with us and provide recommendations on how to improve our infrastructure.